We'll do it live.
Okay.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
Well, hello. I had my thing in the wrong hole. How many times have you heard that, fellas? That's right. Headphones. You know, there's two choices. I picked the wrong one. It's like me picking football. Last night, the Saints looked like they were half a ball team and then they just, even with everybody, well, anyways, who cares? I'm betting flag football. Anyways, what did I want to say? Good to be with you on a Tuesday, I guess. Tuesday. On the show today, David Letterman's dentist. I'm going to try Clorox on the lower choppers. It's making me fucking nuts, but, coffee. I don't know what to say, folks. I'm just, overall, my macro thoughts, just the way they're pushing the races so close just makes me feel like there's something up. It can't be. It can't be. Do you understand that? It can't be. The fact that she's in there almost illegally, by the way, they just put her in there when they saw Biden was shit in the bed. That's not the way fucking elections work in this country. Nobody's really screaming about that. Just like they didn't scream about President Trump getting shot in the face. That went away. And she's a fucking moron. She was on 60 Minutes, made an asshole of herself by anybody's standards, even the guys at 60 Minutes. And you're going to tell me it's close. It's creeping me out. Part of me feels like that means it's in the bag for her. It doesn't fucking matter. And again, it's how much power those 10 guys who run the world have, and I think they got a lot. So much so, I think they're manipulating the weather for these fucking storms. Nick, what are you, a tinfoil hat? Shut up. They did it in Vietnam. They've done it in other places, our government. You know that? It's called seeding. Not seating, like at a wedding. Oh, that can cause a shitstorm, too. Seeding. Anyways, they're neck and neck. She's ahead in a couple. Fuck you. There's no way this country is that shallow. Even if, anyways, it's creeping me out. I don't like that. They're saying it's that close and people are buying it. But then again, I'm going to play an interview later on Tucker did with Elon Musk. Tucker said, not in this interview, but a few days ago, that internal polling has Trump up in both sides. And he mentioned internal polling has no incentive to lie because the public doesn't see it. So depending on it doesn't matter though. She's so nonchalant about how stupid she is. It's almost like I can sense that she knows it's in the friggin' bag. Please tell me I'm wrong. How do you do that? 176 Nick. 5. We used to have a call-in thing when I first started, but too many stalkers, all these young broads knocking on my door. I couldn't take it. Anyhow, I guess we'll get along with it. Excuse me. Let's start off, and this is a beautiful story because it just portrays how feckless our government is and government agencies and bureaucracies. The headline is Redneck Air Force to the rescue. Hundreds of special operations personnel in North Carolina. Look at them. You can tell they're already more busy than you can tell they don't work for the government. Have formed their own homegrown rescue and supply operation in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene after they grew tired of waiting for the federal government, to get its act together. Well, we've been waiting for that since 1870. The Post found an all-volunteer, I repeat, all-volunteer operation being run out of a Harley-Davidson dealership. Can you get any more American? Okay? Not out of a Kawasaki dealership. How did I remember Kawasaki? Do they even make those anymore, those little rice burners? A Harley-Davidson dealership with ruthless efficiency and military precision. Excuse me while I swallow some cancer. I smoked a cigarette in the car on the way here. You think that's a mistake? Anyways, isn't that the Balzo ex-military guys and
I'm loving it.
And like Dallas pointed out, the real government should be worried when people like this can get their shit together that quick and be that effective. And by the way, those guys, I'd say 1 out of 1,000 might be a Democrat. The rest are on our side. Okay? So that must make the government a little nervous when they can see how efficient actual civilians, former military, and there's tons of them. I'm just saying, Antifa, you don't scare us. Anyway, who's FEMA? Ex-Green Beret Adam Smith derisively responded when asked about the agency's presence on the ground. The deadly storm ravaged the rural western part of the state. Let's check it out.
Saw what was happening.
Ex-soldier.
Diverted down here to run air operations for what Savage Freedoms is doing. We're staging out of a business that just got massacred, but they're giving us the property to work an emergency operations center out of here. This
Johnny
mission
Wilson
out here is slowly turned into the recovery aspect of it. So today alone, we've had numerous supply runs with requests from medical supplies to O2 to personnel rescue to recons in the areas we haven't been yet. Resupplies are going into the regions that cannot be accessible by ground, and some of that is even by horseback or UTVs. The bridges are blown, so our recon teams are telling us where we can and cannot send vehicles, and we're dropping birds right on top of them with resupplies.
Those will be helicopters
further. We are communicating via Starlink. Let's be very clear, this region of the world is talking because of Starlink and SpaceX. So that's what's happening here outside of Asheville, North Carolina.
Did you hear that, folks? That's ex-military, and they're communicating through Starlink, which is Elon's invention in SpaceX, right? Okay, did you hear that? Last time I checked, Elon was just a civilian. Do you see why the government should be shitting their pants? It really means we don't need them. I used to say, what, we need the military and shit. Something tells me we could get that done. Elon invents rockets like they're new flavors of ice cream. Fuck me, sorry. Anyways, they have to be shaking their heads. This is just beautiful. It's poetry. This disaster has definitely proven without a shadow of a doubt FEMA's incompetence and incapability, he said, noting that the agency didn't even show up until Thursday, almost a week after the storm that has killed at least 232, nearly half of them in the mountainous west of the Tar Heel state, unwillingly to stand idly by after feeling his community was languishing with inadequate support from the government. Smith enlisted the help of a few good men and women, and probably some in between, to take matters into their own hands. It's what the ingenuity of Americans, it's the beauty of this country. This Harley-Davidson dealership has become a forward operating base, complete with a fleet. And by the way, you know Harley-Davidson, I was going to say, the Hells Angels started with a bunch of ex-military guys. Not that Harley-Davidson, but they like their Harley-Davidsons, Hells Angels. I'm just making a connection. Oh, fuck off. Complete with a fleet of 35 helicopters that have flown hundreds of rescue, reconnaissance, and resupply sorties.
I say this calls for action, and now.
The dealership teams with current and former soldiers decked out in camo pants and army boots with handguns strapped to their chests and hips. The way they'll be doing it if the shit goes down after the election. Crop duster pilots, helicopter tour guides, and special operations pilots, most of them off-duty or retired military, God bless them, have answered the call from Smith and others in North Carolina's extensive military community. That's the other thing. North Carolina is huge with ex-military. They're using their own aircraft to fly doctors. So this isn't just for show. They're not bringing in bottles of water. I mean, they're doing that too, but they're flying in doctors, medicine, generators, fuel, and food to isolated residents cut off from the world by the unprecedented floods, to washed out mountain roads and wiped entire towns off the map. Something the fucking FEMA couldn't do. Supplies and fuel for an operation of this magnitude doesn't come cheap, but the group has relied entirely, get this, on donations, including around $190,000 raised through a GoFundMe page. Once again, American civilians reaching into their own pockets, because they know it won't be fucking wasted like your tax dollars. This is making Kamala look so stupid right now, or Biden, whoever's running the fucking country, just the left in general, is making you look like this is not helping you at all. Not that you weren't sucking on your own hard enough. Redneck Air Force out of Harley Davidson dealership. My God, it doesn't get any more American than that. They have to be, seriously, they have to be going, what the fuck? Yeah, they got there almost a week later. And I did that story yesterday, right? The lady called them stranded in her house, and the FEMA people said, we can't go around the road closed sign. Yeah, exactly. Think about that. You think a military guy who has seen action or not seen action, do you think that's a big deal to him? He's been shot at in a helicopter and whatnot? You silly bastards. Of course not. Anyhow, calm down, Nick. Okay. Time to make a little money. Hey, don't let football season pass you by without placing a bet or two with MyBookie. It's the best to get in on the action this year and every year. With promos like weekly risk-free boosts, MyBookie will even refund your wager if you're wrong. So it's a total win-win situation. It's a great time of year because, my Bruins are coming up. I will throw a few bucks on the Bruins here and there. And also college football when the playoffs come along. I don't even have to wait that long, but it makes it easy. That's why I love it. You can even bet on horse racing or play games like Rags to Witches and Buffalo Cash Pool. When you're ready to get started, just click the link in the show notes, sign up, and you're ready to bet. Use promo code NickDip to claim a bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit. You heard that right. Double your money with code NickDip before you even place a bet. MyBookie Plus is the lock of the century. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime, and make your season a winning season. We thank MyBookie for sponsoring the show today. Headline, Milton the Monster. I had to touch on this. I usually don't do weather. Since I was fired at the Weather Channel, I used to play the saxophone under the local H. I used to say that on stage, it would murder. Right? You ever notice that? You get porn music with your weather? It'll be like Buffalo, low in the 40s. I'm leaving the house with an umbrella and a heart on.
That's how Kenny G really made his money.
Who? Kenny G. Kenny G spent $100,000 on Juilliard. Now his music being played over fucking satellite shots of Milton. God bless that curly-haired freak. Notice I cleaned that one up. I'm trying to keep it 20. Have I gone? I haven't done anything bad, have I? You're good. Dallas has to fucking watch me and monitor me at the same. Milton the Monster sounds like something out of Sesame Street. From Noah Bergen, Orlando meteorologist. That's Noah Bergen. This is nothing short of astronomical, he says. This is a guy who, lives for weather. I am at a loss for words to meteorologically, wow, I said that good, describe you the storm's small eye and intensity. 897 megabytes. I'm guessing that's wrong. What is it? Meteorological balls? MB pressure with 180 mile per hour winds, max sustained with winds and gusts up to 200 plus miles an hour. I don't know, is that the smaller the eye, the stronger the storm, maybe? I don't know. Doesn't matter. The government created it. I'll call the White House. This is now the fourth strongest hurricane ever recorded by pressure on this side of the world. The eye is tiny. At nearly 3.8 miles. That is tiny. Consider this thing is 3.8 miles wide, the eye is. This hurricane is nearing the mathematical limit of what Earth's atmosphere over this ocean water can produce. That's why it can't be the government, because that would be too efficient. And it can't be. This has to be a natural disaster. They couldn't do this. Although, and I'm not kidding you, they have. In certain parts when we got shit going on, I'm not making it up, folks. Okay? That's fucking huge. My brother and sister have places down in the Naples area. This thing is headed like right to Tampa, St. Pete, about 160 miles north of, I think, Naples. But look at the size of it. So that every county, they like build it, especially if you live in St. Pete. And I love how the guys down there like, get out now, because if we lose anybody coming to look for you idiots, which they always do, there's always an asshole like me going, I'm staying. I worked on my lawn all summer. I'm not going to. Highways out of Florida are backed up for miles as panicked residents attempt to flee the state before Hurricane Milton's landfall later this week. Hurricane Milton stands at a Category 5 right now. It went from 2 to 5 in 24 hours. The highest rating on the Saffir-Simpson, they're good. Hurricane wind scale. It's expected to have winds stronger than 157 miles per hour. In Hillsborough County, home to nearly 1.5 million people in the Tampa Bay area, residents are scrambling as local leadership orders the evacuation of zones A and B. Essentially anyone living immediately on the coast or just outside after the destruction. I didn't miss the video yet, did I? After the destruction caused by Hurricane Helene, many are heeding these warnings and leaving as soon as they can on I-75 and I-275 northbound leading out of Tampa area. They have both faced nearly standstill traffic all day. If you don't believe me, take a look at this footage. Oh, God.
Come on, goddammit! Come on, let's go! Let's go! Come on, goddammit! Come on, let's go!
You know, that's a New Yorker who moved down there. All right, we get it. Look at that. Oh, God. And I said to Dallas, I go, I wonder if, when people are the people who have had enough of New York taxes and all that shit, and they pack up and go, we're out of here. I don't think they fucking think about that part. Because most of them go, I'm getting it. Well, it's a very skinny state anyways. The dick's hanging out. And you got Sarasota, and you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. You're too close to a shore almost. You can move a little inland, but goodness gracious. I text back with my brother and shit, and he's cool as a cucumber. I'd be like, fuck it, let the house go. I'm going to Oregon. No, I can't. That's communist. I don't know where I'd go. But, heed the warning, folks. Not that I'm Joe Cautious. I do like I got to be honest, I have a little admiration for people who go, fuck you, I'm staying. And then you see them on the news blow by in a lawn chair at 100 miles an hour.
Staying right here.
Yeah, as they go by. I'm staying. God damn it. How did I miss that one, Dallas? I'm staying right here. Anyways, that's creepy. We're making light of it, but seriously, folks, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't affect me. All right. No, I do. We actually caught the ass end of the last one, Helene, and it knocked power out for a couple of days at my house, so no sex for the wife. Plug it. Oh, wait a minute. Those are batteries. They're like,
She was lying to me.
What?
She was lying to me.
I'm like, you got to plug it in. People at home will go, what is she masturbating with a butter churner? Dallas is shaking his head going, just pull the teeth. All right. By the way, for those of you guys right now on Mug Club, stick around for the second half of my show. The rest of you you're going to miss the second half. It only gets funnier and I get fucking wackier because I'm drinking. Stick around for the second. The rest of you go to nickdip.com. And that's my website. Click on the sign up for Mug Club. And if you do, you're going to get the rest of this show, my entire show, Steven Crowder's entire show, which is worth the subscription itself. And I'm not shitting you. The quality is in the work they do. Not to mention Alex Jones pops in and out all the time with Steven. Very funny Brian Callen. A whole lot more. The undercover team who breaks national stories. They go undercover with cameras and shit. So sign up for Mug Club. And when you're at nickdip.com, click on the tour button. I got a date coming up about a month from now, November 9th, Bridgeview Center Theater in Ottumwa, Iowa. I looked up the word Ottumwa. That's Indian for hilarious guinea. Ottumwa, Iowa. Bridgeview Center Theater, November 9th. See you there. Also, this is what you're going to be missing if you don't watch the second half of the show. Tucker Carlson, who's touring the country and interviewing, types of huge players, Elon Musk type people, in front of live audience. He goes out and speaks off his head. Tucker is just brilliant. I always said that. And when he sits down with Elon Musk, I don't know, Elon seemed high. He was giggling at everything. So was Tucker, actually. But two brainiacs with a really interesting, I took a few clips from that. Also, long COVID, new study on what that does to you permanently. And this hits home with me because my wife is, since she's had it, she's never been right. That's why I got to get a new one. What? And action. What did I say? No, it does. It does damage. Very interesting study. So stick around for that. If you don't, goo gobble. Try to clean that up.
Hi. Good night, everybody.